Hi, we are doing a little vlog. We got me and the future quilter in the back. You want to say hi?
Hi.
So we are going to the garden center. I've heard about Lasagne Gardening and I'm avoiding the things that need to get done, like making a baby quilt for my baby that's due in a month. And we're gonna,
my baby sister.
yeah, for your baby sister. And, you know, other things at the house, like unpacking all the Christmas stuff. We're gonna have a little retail therapy and get some goodies for Lasagne Container Gardening for a spring arrangement. So that is my latest obsession. We have been getting plants and flowers all over the house, right?
Yeah, and then it's gonna be a big ride.
Oh, there's a train ride there too. They have lots of fun stuff for kids. So we're off to our local garden center to check that out.
I actually meant it's actually a big car.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get over there because we live in the Quad Cities, which means we have to cross the Mississippi River. So we're on the Illinois side and the garden center is on the Iowa side. So we're heading on over. All right, so it is like 3 days after Christmas, so the bulbs were on mega sale. So we got quite a few. We got some daffodils and some hyacinths and some crocus, some snowdrops, and more hyacinths. And then I already had some tulips that I wanted to plant but didn't get around to doing. So we're going to arrange these from biggest to smallest, and then we're going to start layering them in some pots. So I've got my containers about half filled with potting mix, and I added a little bit of this Dutch bulb food as well. And now I'm going to start putting in the tulips because those are the biggest, and I'm going to do a nice little layer there for my first layer of Lasagne Container Gardening. Alright, so I planted everything root side up. I had 30 tulip bulbs, and that is barely filling anything in these pots. Apparently you can place them a little bit closer together than you normally would because they are going to be growing in containers and are not necessarily going to be considered a perennial with this. So I'm going to start adding daffodils now and spacing them out to fill the rest of this layer. Alright, so I added about 6 daffodil bulbs per container to this level, and now I'm going to add about 2 inches of soil, add some more bulb food mix, and then put the rest of the daffodils up and start adding more flowers. So this is all of the daffodils, and so next I'm going to go with these hyacinths. They're a little bit bigger bulb. So I've got 2 packs of these, so I'm going to do 6 per pot, and then see where we're at and see what I add next. So my crocus and my other pack of hyacinth are about the same size bulbs. So I'm just going to kind of fill in here wherever there's an opening and just sort of fill it in. Apparently you don't have to worry too much about the layer below because everything will kind of negotiate its own way out when it starts growing in spring. Alright, so I think I just have room for one more lasagna layer of bulbs and dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and add the dirt, and then I'm going to finish up with that first pack of jumbo crocus, and then I'm going to put in my grape hyacinths and my snowdrops, and we'll just see what we have room for after that, if we can get into our second pack of crocus or not. But I want to make sure I get all of these in here so that we have a nice colorful container in the spring. Alright, so I put my smallest bulbs on the top, and I've got all of them in there. I had 1 extra pack of the crocuses, and so I just put all those in a separate container I just did 1 layer because I didn't have any more to do that. So now I'm going to add the 2 inches of potting soil to the top of these, and a little bit of water, and then put them in my garage for the winter. So I know this looks super boring, but I just basically filled it up so that I've got about 1 inch of room between the top of my lid and the dirt there, so that way we've got some nice easy way to drain, and we'll see what these look like in the spring. So that is what I did on my day off rather than make a baby quilt, which I'm going to need to get on because, you know, I've got about a month left and then the baby's here. And so from here on out, basically Lasagne gardening in containers, apparently you can do it in garden beds too, but I did mine in containers, is each layer, you can have 2 to 3, is comprised of your dirt, your potting soil, some bulb starter, and then whatever bulbs, starting from the largest to the smallest, working your way up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to water them, and I'm going to put them in my unheated garage, and then check them once a week to make sure the soil is moist, but not soggy. And then also I want to make sure it's not frozen. So if it's frozen at all, then you don't water that week. So I use plastic containers, so that way the freeze won't affect them, you know, expanding and contracting as much, because it does get pretty cold where I'm at, even though it is now almost New Year's Eve and it is 50-some degrees out right now, but the temperatures are going to get a little cooler next week. So we might do a few more of these vlogs if you guys enjoy them and like them. So let me know, comment below, because I am going to be going on a maternity leave soon. Don't worry, we've got plenty of videos filmed for you guys to watch while I'm gone and taking care of this baby, but that way you guys can kind of get some day-to-day behind the scenes of what I'm up to when I'm not sewing constantly in the shop. So we'll be checking for that. Again, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, all the good things, comment, and let me know what else you want to know about what I do when I'm not sewing and filming and quilting and all the things. So I will see you guys later, and until next time, happy quilting.